What's up, guys? It's Mike.
It's Dan.
It's Yi.
When you are at a Chinese buffet, and I've been at a Chinese buffet way longer than most people on the planet,
Right.
would you, let's say you're hungry, right? We always have this scenario. You go to a
Right.
buffet, and there's one person who has to stay behind with the things, right?
Yeah. All the time.
Right.
No, it's a.
Because so all the other people can go
It's
get their
legit.
food.
Yep.
Somebody has to stay with the things.
Yep.
What if your thing is a baby, and nobody stayed?
Right.
I thought you were gonna say, what if that person you left was the baby to watch over your things?
Maybe that's what they did. That's basically what two parents in Sandusky, Ohio did. So these two parents went to a Chinese buffet, and then the table next to them basically was so outraged that he began filming the lone baby in the booth. And it said that he filmed for like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a really long, if that is the case, that's a really long time for people to leave a child just in the booth. Now, it gets even crazier. So he posted this to Facebook, and the video immediately, it's got like 5 million views. But not everyone is on that guy's side.
Right. They're like, why don't you mind your own business?
Right, why did you post that?
Here's what I got this issue with, okay? So I feel like if you see a neglected child, why don't you just confront the parent and be like, hey, your
Because
child...
people don't confront people.
But then
Right.
you film them and you put it on social media?
Right, he basically shamed them.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this kind of like, I do think that there's only one way to go to a buffet with a kid, is exactly how you said. Like anything else, even if you leave that table for, I don't know, a minute, it's kind of like, I would never do that. I personally would never do that as a parent. Now, I don't know if I would go so far as to shame these people. Yeah, I would confront them, but like you said, if you're not gonna confront them, then maybe you shame them. But I definitely don't agree with what the parents did. Now, as far as like all the backlash this person's getting, it is hard to quote unquote prove, because the parents and even the police are like, well, we can't just go by this footage, because what if the mom was like
Right there.
foot away? You know, that's basically like what they're saying. Like, we're investigating it. So now this couple is actually being under investigation.
Yeah.
They need to, the police, because the people on Facebook were so outraged, most of them, that they sent the footage to the police. And the police yes, they do have to examine it to determine if it's child neglect. And in America, if you do neglect your child, that is a crime, and you could do jail time, or your kid can be taken away from you. I don't think that the kid should be taken away from them, but to me, like, that is not okay. Like, you can't leave your child for that long.
Well, in public, first of all, I feel like there is the risk of somebody. I mean, there are child kidnappers out there, and that's the worst case scenario. But it could happen. I mean, if you leave your child there and you turn away for 1 second, the next minute,
it could definitely happen.
kid's gone, and
It could
that could
definitely
happen.
happen.
So I feel like it's a little bit different from, say, if you're in the house and you're a foot away or a couple feet away,
True,
because
true.
your kid's right there,
True.
and then you're in the kitchen, say, and then you can hear the kid, and even then, people have baby monitors. So I do feel like in the public, leaving the kid alone, that's dangerous. I probably would not advise that. I definitely wouldn't advise that. But I think that for the guy next to the table to not confront the parents about it, because maybe they're new parents. Every parent makes mistakes.
Yes.
To not tell them that and be like, yo,
Right.
your kid's right there. Like, don't do that.
Yeah,
And
but
post it
like
on
that's gonna
Facebook.
be a fight.
But
Right there.
Yeah.
Because parents are like, well, what's your business?
Yeah, that
And
could
then-
very
and then,
well
and then,
end like
you
that.
know, like the chopsticks start flying.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but now, I mean, I feel like you're basically exposing this entire thing to the world to see, and I don't know if I like that either.
Well, okay, let's address one thing here.
Yeah.
The parents who left this baby alone will probably never do it again. That is probably gonna happen.
I hope
Yes,
so.
yeah.
Because this is like way over what they expected, right?
Right.
This
Right.
is like crazy blown, and they're probably not gonna do it again, because like, if not anything, just be afraid that this might happen again. They might get filmed. Okay.
Right.
So what the person did, or the neighbor did, obviously that's kind of like, okay, you are kind of just like being, all right, I don't like what they did, so I'm just gonna, public shame you and not
Right.
like do what you say. Although I think if he did what you said,
Right.
it's gonna be a fight. So you can't really win, except the fact that I'm glad nothing happened to the kid.
That's right.
Yeah.
And everything is okay. And I do feel like after this, the parents will learn the lesson.
Yeah.
Let me segue into something else. I hate that buffet.
Wait, what do you mean? You hate that particular buffet? Like, you've been there?
No. After you worked at a buffet for a long time, Chinese buffet for a long time,
Yeah.
I can look at that right now. I can
Yeah.
tell you that's a horrible buffet.
Oh, of course. There's General Gao's chicken.
No. I got
There's-
that photo right now. I can tell you right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay?
How come?
Because first of all, You see those cups?
Yeah.
Those are the typical plastic buffet soda cups. So I
Yeah.
can tell right now it's a generic
Yep.
Americanized buffet. Secondly, the name. Dragon, Chinese Dragon. Anytime, I'll tell you guys this right now.
China Dragon.
Anytime when a name of a Chinese restaurant has the words dragon, bamboo, what was the other one? Panda,
Yeah. Walk.
wok,
Yeah.
any of those things, don't go there.
Yeah.
Americanized.
Yeah, we actually did a video about that way back. We might do something like that again, but I agree.
Okay.
This is not.
Yeah, anyway, so again, seriously, glad nothing happened, but this is a very, you could be on either side. Obviously, no one agrees with leaving the kid alone.
Yeah,
No,
let's
No
just-
one's agreeing with that.
Yeah,
Don't
can we
leave it
just say
alone.
like that's 100%
Yeah.
is just me seeing this situation in my mind already. I'm like, whoa, red flag right there. Something's going on. So whether or not you agree with the guy filming it or not filming it, that's up to debate. But
Yeah.
what is not up to debate is you do not leave your kid in a booth.
But I
filming it.
will say though, I mean, I definitely don't condone this kind of situation, this
Right.
kind of behavior from parents. But I'll say that growing up, my parents also made a lot of mistakes. Like they
of
literally they dropped me
Yo.
from. They left me on a airport pushing cart. You know
Right.
those little carts you used to push your luggage. They sat me on there and left me a minute for 1 minute.
Yeah.
I fell off and my head
Yeah,
almost cracked open.
You can't even bring up the Chinese thing because most Chinese parents have committed various degrees of child abuse and child neglect on a daily basis
Yeah.
in China.
If we just run down the list of what we went through, I mean, our parents would be sent to prison.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think
Yeah.
that the kids should necessarily be taken away.
No,
nor
we're
should,
not- yeah.
Nor should they be
Yeah.
like sent hate mail or anything like that. Because I feel like if they're really neglectful parents, they should be punished,
Right.
and the kids should not live with them. But if like they're fairly
Yeah.
decent parents or like just like our parents, normal people, but occasionally they do certain things that are kind of like
Right.
whack, then I mean I don't quite feel like they deserve that kind
No,
of.
I'm not saying they deserve that, but I do have to say it's one thing leaving your kid for a minute and you're like, I gotta go grab something. Okay, you probably shouldn't do that. But it's another thing leaving your kid for an extended period of time, full well knowing that they're there. So I'm just saying, that's like doubly bad.
So,
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
anyway, let us know what you guys think about the situation. Thanks for watching.
Later.